Matters and Pine. Baba Jamal, me patro. My inchi, what do you make of Court of Appeal judgments? No, and in some Abu Baba.
It's in Nedikan, Mamin Chief, Namima, a chief on TSSN. Oh, some pine starting to see ya, and the ma, I may be no call offline, now Yakan Samoan. Send and call Canid Kusian, Appeal Court Akasa, Attorney General or call appealer. Of course, it is in his right to do that. Obi no bit missing a coin, and think a better than Kafana Disinaba. But when you be Casse, John Mahama can John Mahama, a din or kind, Eba Nabutre.
Rhetorical question.
John Mahama, you see, so your lawyer, and now issue everybody should know, say, is trite law, and not practice that. Court nyam money opinion individuals outside it me a kayadri a comment in two bezo say John Mahama more on comment biana hold on it doesn't either and when I will come opinion no but you see what one will be raised like this Obama program no now I political. Even though we agree, into Mamenkaza, sometimes. Oh, sometimes you see now, yes, among for said the most difficult job in this country is defending MPP. It's the most difficult job for them now. And it's sometimes so better way. Maybe Kasaka grounds or Kasa be 15 minutes, Bankazo, but maybe Kasa 2 minutes be only one station. Because a difficult mom. Because see what has happened in the appeals court now. Is good for all of us. In fact, a very restoring way of friends and ruling now. It has really brought back some life in the nation. So what matter? Menka say the courts were biased or whatever. But you see, a DNA could do a press court. Let people understand that. On says over criminal prosecution. Not say attorney general and now if sometimes police even down the amount for baby anymore police can answer we are emremono wait my be a friend submission of no case near walk in and say court me yima no because and some microphone no kind no o man kasembia o muni nyina so bia enti court bomba sem no go ya ye bebre a court bo asem no go de bia na me bo for example police force work wi aka omo bai no omo ka edan ho asem Edene baba. Only one kwanso baba yano. And what you do is a submission of no case. Not some eden ya boygo. And no bina at 2 force in and crofo a. Attorney General can say in a way, you know. One moment you mundi. Attorney General and some okay na sonio. And then or some ye. No more submission of no case. Only a submission of no case in our high court. And a high court no bogu he said minimum nage or some yano. And I'm see Debbie, yeah, the Beko Court of Appeal. Inti a submission of no case, no. And no mudi koya ho appeal, na nya sam nankaza. Into we are some nankaza, the normal coso a dika crack. But at the end of the day, no, we are in the first place. Who read 125 because that 125 page now cano. Some of us, you know, by force, I was here reading that night, Nanama Canary. I was what is in it? So we face the way a year my loss no omudin sem no to wa. When him say out of the 7 grounds of appeal no omo 5 go. That it has no basis in law. Grounds no mu use no because who allege so obia air by the Court of Appeal rules. I mean CI 19 no. It was say uma inyina so according to them oma amanyina so. So 5 out of the 7 was pushed out. And that's what they deliberated. And at the end of the day, we show conclusion now. One major conclusion was in Nigeria and say, Wontumi establishes say a year Minister of Finance are not the paying agency and the executing agency. They are just facilitators. And we have facts now send only 2 muna. Semi Minister of Finance and they not some time who minister who we KMA. na se monya project bi na mpese me na mo pese Ministry of Finance ebua mo na mo ye on establish letter of credit no ye LCs no emamo a is it his responsibility to be here say nyama na ye de brem no correct and na correct? That is your responsibility as MCE, as a kerem no mo na somewhere enti atofo ni de ye yin say hot a year or my letter of credit. Another very important key point omudira so no say obi ti say tekwe na mo claim say atofo enya authority won ho no nipa ko no tiase o onwuye adenta man friend na ma no ma media dance say man authority
as a Tekpe was in court
and I make it
as a witness.
As a witness. Man, me say that was in that was
for the defense.
For the defense.
Sure.
Not for the prosecution because we are talking about the prosecution now. It is a more case. Now star witness say wama authority but you should have called him as a key witness. And or subpoenaed him. Because so what was offered because so ma yetimi say subpoena. Mwanyesa nipa kuna omosi wa ma we no manfre no mo de mo gina won say wa den wa ma authority enu nti mo de gina so say odifo so what man say we ni enyema bi a mo hwehwe mo ze da bi ni high court judge no kan no enye den ento asum nti o ma den o mo aboegu we important ye unu say your country be an sending dynamics even America today who's prosecution and your prosecutee Donald Trump now. As some men only win by some men Donald Trump kind. Okay, say political persecution. And I'm a boy.
Yes.
It is a some Marco High Court and later events also prove us right. The unprofessional conduct of Godfrey Dami as a person. You know what I mean? This case, you know, I believe, sir. Godfrey Dami is the reason why we acquire because Godfrey Dami unprofessional condom or display, you know. And when I'm because at the point, even the High Court judge advised him saying, stay away from. So it means that we have felt some personal interest here. It doesn't go with his professional position as a leader of the bar. Because one of the cardinal things, Obi, in prosecution or in trial, you have no right to speak to the opponents without the knowledge of his lawyer. It's very cardinal. It's right, and it will be at the see when you become attorney general. We are you become the leader of the bar. And you call bar now. When are we then your leader? Whether I am your NDC or MPP, or it doesn't matter because you see. The attorney general is not only attorney general, he's also minister for justice. And so BaBa now, he's the leader of the bar. And it's a leader of the bar now will display such unprofessional conduct. And we have made it clear. Sir, if he's not prosecuted today, we'll look at it tomorrow. That one, we would look at it tomorrow. We have to report his conduct. Political persecution. No, hold on. No. We are dealing with his professional conduct.
But there is a forum that can address that.
That's why I'm saying that we'll report him. I've told you that. I have told you, and I make us say, if we don't deal with it today, it will be dealt with it tomorrow. So, we will deal with it tomorrow. But even now, can also lawyers be, I can say, Masa. You see, those lawyers, for example, when we say Benson or so, lawyer Benson has just said, he's going to appeal. It's good. It will, of course, we want to expand the horizons of law. And to me, like this, I have no problem with him saying, Obeko, but I can predict saying more
at the Supreme Court. Having read the reasoning of the Court of Appeal, the 125 page or whatever that I read, and look, and also, there was a dissenting view. Yes. And so 2 against 1. The president of the panel on the dissent. Yeah. So, considering the dissenting views and the views that are in support, I believe that at the Supreme Court, he may have a serious problem to surmount. So, what must say, especially the issue about who authorized him to do that. So that is an issue. If you want to go to the Supreme Court, I have no problem.
But who authorized him? I think the controversy really was, at what point would the burden of proof shift? Because for the prosecutors, no, they think once they have alleged, because Walker said the accused person says I had authority to sign.
Yes.
The prosecution says, where is proof of that authority? At what point would the burden shift? Would the prosecution have to then come and prove, say, indeed, you did not have authority, or the accused person, that burden will shift onto the accused person
in law,
to prove, say, authority?
I'm happy to say we are law students. In law, he who alleges
must prove, of course.
Into now, because say, authority. It is on you to bring sufficient evidence by the evidence law. You must bring sufficient evidence. Just say, make sure you are authority. So what must say? It is not for your prosecution and say a defense. The prosecution must provide enough evidence to establish say you have a case to answer. It is at the end of the day, or say we're no authority. Nipakunu so what one more authority is available. Or Ghana has. Yes. One friend. So that is why the appeal, my laws are saying, say, since you didn't bring him, you couldn't have, because you see, you have to prove your case before the burden of proof a shift.
Sure.
Until so we prove the burden of proving and yet they shift you. And the burden of proof lies on the prosecution to produce enough evidence. And that is what, in this case, my laws are saying that he didn't prove enough to do
for the burden to shift.
Until we are sad, they have no case to answer. And I think now let's come to the moral aspect of it. Now make us say it's good energy for us. At least on say no Mahama Kasano or can baby. Or say at least he is very happy that this ruling shows that there's still a lot of my laws they stand by the truth. Or they
should it always be your way? Should it always be your way or the highway? In this judgment, there are no good judges.
No. We have not said he's no good judges.
Okay.
What he said that by this establishment, this one, the people, the judges, they really interrogated the law. Unlike other decisions for example, the guy was a birth certificate and enough reason to prove your identity.
Citizenship.
I personally disagree completely, because if it's going to be properly interrogated, it will change. And that's why I said, I don't know whether it's here or somewhere, says someday this decision will not stand the test of time. So what am I saying? Because I believe that it was not properly interrogated.
Another Supreme Court panel would come to a different conclusion.
Can come to a different conclusion. It has happened before several times.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying. That decision, for example, on the birthday, will one day change. But when you look at this particular case, you are looking at a high court judge saying that this is my stand, and three panels sitting down looking at it. It's significant. So one agreed with her. It's very significant in law. So even though the decision went in the other side, it is significant. One
agreed with the high court,
and that is even more the reason why Godfrey Dami can say, I want to go up and still test the law.
It's right.
It's right. I have no problem with it. But morally, it has uplifted the spirit of the nation. It has rekindled and restored the interest or the confidence of people in the judicial circles generally. Because matter, it could do baby no say na inyama and we as lawyers, we get worried when anything affects the judicial system. We get worried because baby and that when people must have confidence to be able to say because that is the last resort. Hey, you kwa about new problem bar. And 9 judges now. So we must have some level of confidence in the judiciary, and I think that this particular ruling has brought some refreshing confidence in the system. But what I want, if
it so happens, say Supreme Court so overturn the decision of the Court of Appeal, would they still be refreshing news for you?
Wait for their,
or you would interrogate
what they have brought. As I talk to you now, I may base my arguments based
on the current decision from the Court of Appeal.
And I've given you 2-3 points, which I think that was very fair, was well, interrogated.
Okay.
So what must okay. So let's wait for whatever happened there. If it comes, we will interrogate it the way we are doing here. And I believe he said that's what I mean the demand conviction. I don't think that will stand any test of time
at the Supreme Court.
But let's wait for it.
Very well. Very well. Yes, I'm fine.
Baba lawyer can say man can say I didn't know former President Mahama Akasa. Me see the hypocrisy in his
comments. Now, what can be in times past?
NDC lawyers from Koya conference.
Can say because me or can say
oh no. And you want to say that's what they can say. The ruling way I'm not confidence be as yaba.
Me pacho.
Instead no kan and then natural kanti identity na wu nipa back no one year me.
Okay, mami.
That's the question I'm asking.
Okay.
Lawyer Banson there here can.
Bobby Banson.
He educated us on. But when you have somebody, not say who compare or Supreme Court, who it's part of political persecution. So we are papa lawyer, papa unim the ochra. Who bet him say we. Baba can say more hapa. Or say judges no, me no I can say to unknown dear on you say convention one moon say Godfrey Echo Supreme Court obedi for but me so no me conviction me say ba ku no ono so dissenting from me no ono so ne de no ba ku mienu miensa so omo ja new panel e bia panel bi so be hwe no so said this position just opposing against the High Court judge a position could give them some leverage almost no overturning the decision of the appeals court. Into me the mission is so we are intellectual na madigi baba nepa one fa
Akasa as a lawyer
one funny man no green according man but one funny man no
that's a good
but into sana we say issues bar on legal matters like your fro ebisa ho asem ye tin chen ni pampempem no ye tie ne so afa bibi wom ba ye de yadwene bi a ye de fa no bi ho me penasem no ho yam fe no ho nyam fe na de cloudo ye reason any de e ka no a emwa
okay
entidam si yemfa adwumu fita na yemfa asem ntu ho ne enkyire mu emma obi ehu say na mra no etie na say me opportunity na me come ma me ho efita cherry na me ka je se kra na so asem na bae no say na lawyer we say na asem ni ti o na me hu say me nkofa politics nko enkoka enteba me there I still believe say Godfred ebeko Supreme Court na onko wo me ho no wo nyina ni mra no wo nyina hwehwem said de nipa me say hia ya ba ko hu say onu de na dwene ye ni say no e bia nipa nso hia enum be ka so ya dwene ko say ana me be ka say
final on this say John Mahama ekasa no me I was there and okanzo on my references even Kenda Pa has made mention of this. Said the 9050 no doesn't give good impression. Meba. Oh, Kanda Pa na mimi Kanda Pa ngata. Me pacho mainyesa zambai. Kanda Pa ngata betuna numutio ama munyi na agura moni na anya dwa ko bi kaje. Mini ni baby share with bedroom. O say Kempa. Instructor bibia ya teche ye pepe bi de elesia. O sandi we bebom. Yenga baby finance you stand the way bebom okay say on no so na dwim kra no ne ekoso Supreme Court 9070 anyway no and doesn't give good impression the same thing that John Mahama repeated and he gave that even example into bedina ka say nanwa yimi say he's saying that thing that is going on doesn't give good impression and it is true across the country we ain't know how people felt about it it is a more money pakro ye major person to me ka say why do you castigate John Mahama? What he's saying is that it is refreshing, say BBC hiding. Also, call you 2-1. At least everybody
it's oh no, this could be good. So what matter? And tell me so where Odami episode Quenima, but Okwa more no one can argue because he has no credibility now.
How
he has no credibility. He has displayed a lot of unprofessional.
That's too personal.
It is not personal. It is not personal because he himself has been personal on the case. When you bring if you bring yourself on firing liner, you will be fired. Because if he hadn't spoke to Japa and Japa spoke on oath and brought that in up, we will all talk about him. Why did you think that even the High Court judge advised him on no personal and on because we have very competent senior lawyers in the Attorney General.
Yeah, but he is the Attorney General.
It doesn't matter.
They are lawyers at the
department. It is not compulsory. Say every national issue. No,
but that's at his
and
discretion.
And that's what we are advising him. We are not forcing him. That's what we are advising him. Say, baby, your credibility, I could do not do from the. And think be young. Oh, nyame view. Even High Court judge advising on nyame. And I think a lot of Ghanaians hold that. We are not saying say don't persecute. Or don't prosecute. No, we are not saying don't persecute or prosecute.
Okay.
But if you are doing everything, don't forget your professional manners, your professional ethics, to ensure, say, there will be. You see, justice should not only be done. It should be seen to be done. Into justice, but send your Oba send your Oba Kano will determine whether you are being just or not. And you know, so John Muhammad just spoke the plain truth and the temperature of the nation. And I say today with this judgment, at least with these 2-1, it gives a fair because I'm not control. Say 2-1 no court here at 4 and can make a encourage you to go Supreme Court. Do you understand? Can I encourage you? Because with the one there, it gives some hope up.
Sure.
And I have no problem with the Attorney General going there. But the argument should be done by another lawyer because that will give it a more fair and plain grounds for the issues to be look at it. But with Godfrey Dami as a person has as I'm telling you as a lawyer, if you look at what has happened over these days and what has happened to him even in court, will you advise that he should be the lead lawyer? Don't you think that there are other lawyers that can present the issues fair? Look, he has a good deputy, a very good deputy. He has other criminal professionals who are. I'm a lawyer. I've been meeting them in court and everything. They are very, very senior lawyers to him. So I think that it is possible for somebody else to be leading, but not him, because his credibility now, even within the bar fraternity, is very, very low. I have said it.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
My opinion, yes. But if you like, you can do a sample of opinion within lawyers, because as we go, your court, as we sit at the bar, we discuss what has happened, what has gone on. We have met, and I'm saying this on authority. Say, we have met very senior lawyers who think that what has happened is not good for the Attorney General, even him as a person. So what matter? Because what from an apashation no, just think quickly or recruit. No, just no court. That is what my opinion. So what matter? A lot of lawyers hold that view. In fact, very senior lawyers from MPP, some of them. They won't sit on camera like this and on radio and say it. But a lot of them will express those views. In fact, did you hear Atukwe, or is it Atukwe, former Attorney General?
Your friend is saying the former High Commissioner to Canada.
No, the former Ayikweotu. Yeah. You heard his comment as well. He's a senior member of your party. Fine, because he was also thought that what happened was not right, and I heard him. Intimacy said, we are not saying this. We are saying here I will speak as a lawyer and advise my colleague that at this point the credibility is too low for him to lead any government prosecution, because any prosecution he leads as a person rings a bell. Now man first started a bizarre question, but he can deal with there are other prosecution that has no political inclinations. I am man for in some Attorney General they say thousands.
Both criminal and civil.
Since some not only this, So what must I think, say, I personally feel, say, if you will listen, he should listen to the senior lawyers who are advising him, say, he should recuse himself. He can go on appeal, but the department is.
But as long as he